how to be well alone and have a good time with it, along with making friends online as offline in real life. How to enjoy your time alone and how to reach out. You will find these brighter ways in the previous video. Now, how to make a new era friendship, collaboration. 3. Feel safe in the jungle of life. 4. Make online friends and projects. 5. Have good relationships.
Like it came to me one morning, just came in stages. I could see the whole picture. But I didn't go out and say, I want it like this, and you have to be like that. I stayed open-minded. Just gave each of these people the ground idea of, and stayed very open to their vision of the idea. The preparation was so profound. Because little by little I picked up like-minded, very respectful people. Didn't stop halfway or was so out of it. I had a couple of people where I had to say to them, sorry, I need to respect the other people involved, so I can't work with you anymore because you have a problem with getting there on time. Or there was one person who had alcohol problems, and I could see he was too much out of it. But I said it kindly, and we stayed friends. It was a magic moment preparing this show, because it was all like-minded, kind beings. They were listening to each other. Each person knew their role, and it was like everything came together in such a beautiful harmony. And I knew at that moment I had made something magical. I had made something kind of futuristic at that time. What I'm telling you is gonna be the new era. It's gonna be the future, in a big respect for each part and not stepping over the other person's, respecting their creativity and what they bring to the table, etc. This moment I knew that it was possible. It can actually be done if you're careful. This is number 3. You need to be careful. Getting to know a person, observing first. Who are you dealing with? What are their strong sides? And what are their weak points? Like, it's also important to know your own strong sides and your own weaknesses. Work on them. Develop your strong points. Get better at what is not working that well within you and around you. Really helps, because you will attract likewise. So if you are in a state of staying consistent, patient, and whatever qualities that you would like to have in another person, first be that. Then you will attract people that are like-minded, function the same way, etc. Just remember, we're not perfect. Nobody's perfect. Just that everybody does their best and listen to each other and are capable of seeing, okay, this is not that good. I'm going to make the effort to do this better. In this way, people can function well with each other. What I'm telling you right now is not only for projects, it's also for any communication with loved ones, etc., even in your own communication with yourself. So number 4, everybody here online, most of us are in a new situation, being online and having to do Zooms and communicate through images and text, etc. But embrace it instead of resisting it. How can I be creative in this way? How can I bring something to the table that I know is needed out there? How can I help others in some way. If it's just personal, being in group and communicating every day, you feel less alone doing that. Because I've taken on this project, wanting to travel with my son and building these bees online and getting independent from the system, etc. It have taken 3 years of my time with very little people around me. Just my little crew that you've seen before, and that's it. I spent most of my time alone and a little with my son, and not forgetting being a good mommy. But most of the time I'm in my own company and in my own creations. And it's okay, because everything is a habit. Little by little, before I had like 300 friends at one moment in Paris, and I spent most of my time going for coffee chats, etc. But the thing is, I didn't get a lot done. I realized you gotta decide what is essential for you. That if you spent your time on Netflix or chatting with others most of the time, there's not a lot of time to develop a new life that you really care for. So what is the most important? And time is precious. You can do it now. Maybe later you might not have such a good health, etc. So you don't know. Seize the day with what is the most important to you. Communicate creatively online with like-minded, developing. You don't need to know exactly what you're up to. I've made a roadmap that you can click on the link below, and how you can make your future freedom roadmap and create step by step how you're going to go about it. And along the way it's probably going to change. Like when you go online and you have an idea, it changes along the way, because you realize, oh, this is possible, and this is maybe too complicated, I have to simplify, etc. So really doing a project and make a passion come alive, it is all about being flexible and being okay with your first vision will develop and change and be improved, really. So that's beautifully all right. Number 5, show appreciation for the kind people that you have around you. Like my beautiful friends. Actually, it's most of the time me who calls them, because they're so busy. Until now they have been very busy, and even they're not, I just had to accept that they were not in the habit of calling me. Most of the time it's me that need to call them and say hi. Are we going out? And I must admit, there was a time where my ego got in the way, and I've got tired of it. It was always me who had to say hi, and now what are you up to? But I just had to accept that that's the way. They're kind of beautiful people, and that's just the way it is. They don't think of calling me very much. But when I call them, they're up for it, and it's cool, and so that's just our way of being together. And I cannot expect something that they are not doing naturally. As long as it's peaceful and kind and fun and happy to spend time together, that is the most important. So I've just accepted that that's the way it is, and really enjoy their company. And I'm so grateful, because when I came with my little boy 10 years ago, I was all alone. Only 2 vacation packages. I had no friends in Denmark. No little family. Let's not get into that. And well, let's just say I just had to get it on, and I had PTSD. I was so exhausted after what happened in Madagascar. And I had this little boy on my arm, and I had to be his mother. I had to be the strong one and get everything going. And these people were my neighbor. I think we have this twice a year. We were doing work day in the building where everybody meets up, work together and clean up and spend some time together, have some lunch, which is a really cool idea here in Denmark. Chatting with them, and they said, well, if you ever feel lonely, he's from Venezuela and she's from Romania. They're so open-minded. Say, if you ever, why don't you come up for a cup of coffee, and if there's anything you need, you just say so. Well, I've always been very independent, so I don't like to ask a lot. But I was in a situation where it was over my head of tiredness and starting from scratch, having nobody, a very straining situation to be with, knowing I came back to Denmark after I've been living in 25 years in Paris, and Madagascar. So I knew nothing of Denmark. It was like a new country for me, really. Even it's my home country. My son got sick and had 40 in fever. Carlos, a sweet guy, at 3 in the morning, he just stood up and took me to the hospital. No, nothing's asked. Just did it out of kindness. And their door have always been open to me. Cup of coffee was always on the table. Improvised moment. That is precious. So nothing is ever perfect in communications and friendships, but you can figure it out. You can talk together when things are important, and when it's not that important, when you can deal with them, just let them be what they are. You do that and show appreciations for all the wonderful things that they do and are for you. Give back whenever you can. Most of the time I ask because they give so much, and I don't have that much to bring them, but I keep asking, is there anything I can do for you that I'm capable of? Because they're so kind, real genuine people, and I'm so grateful for having them in my life. And I meet new people everywhere. I've gone so many places and I've met people right away because I go up and be part. I get out of myself, even though I'm a loner and an introvert. I step out of that because I also need to communicate, and I also love people, and I love being social, exchanging and having fun, improvised moments. That you can also do online. It's not the same thing, but it's better than nothing. So go for it. Go out in the groups, and if you little by little get more confidence, you can do lives and you can make events together, invent fun events or things that you all care about. Let's find a solution to this problem, etc. There are many possibilities and opportunities if you come with an optimistic mindset. Creatively go out there. The people that don't get it, just let them be. They are what they are. And concentrate about the people who really gets excited about it and wants to be part of this, or you being part of something you're excited about that somebody else are making. There are many opportunities. So I invite you in this new year to go out there and explore. Explore like an adventure online, how you can find like-minded and share some important things that will create communities, that will create helpful exchanges, and they will end up making friendships. I have long-lasting friendships from Paris, from that time where I did Shiinin and was in this creative Montmartre vibe. This is why I've made the Freer Future Roadmap for you to get inspired, how to get inspired, how to map it out, how to find out what you need within you and around you to be able to pull it off for real, and how to do it with ease so it does not get overwhelming. Click on the link below and check it out, because it's really a little diamond I make for you, and I would really appreciate it if you like, subscribe and comment, so I can get to know you, what you would like to share, what topic you could need clarity on next, on how we can build this community, Shiinin Magnets, so we can go out and burst some bright vibes out into the grayness of life and build a much brighter world. It all starts with a dream. It all starts with passion and gathering with like-minded. So I wish you a beautiful, beautiful year on this, and keep cultivating inspired action. Have a wonderful day.
También te bilingüe de sopa. En disposto me indica
Ceviche.
En, to, tre.
Hvem holder lidt for mig?
내 마셨던 술은 다 너를 보기 전에 네가 버득하면 여름에 나 피냐콜라다 내 옆에 피냐콜라다 I go sippin' 너의 피부색처럼 drippin' 지금 내 핸드폰에 비친 네 모습에 나는 trippin'
자기야 나를 좀 봐봐 아무리 그래도 취하면 곤란해 드링크에 피나콜라다 맘에 안 들어도 마지막 잔이야 잠시